Hi, I'm Josephina Hayek-Guerrera, and I'm a peer career advisor for the College of Engineering. Today, we're going to talk about factors to consider before going to graduate school, how to prepare for graduate school, and the application process and timeline. Just in case you don't already know about our ProReady initiative, it is the College of Engineering's commitment to preparing every CU engineering student for career success. We in Engineering Career Services are dedicated to supporting the ProReady mission and are here to serve students on their career path. Here is the agenda for today's presentation. There are often many factors that go into deciding whether or not to attend to graduate school. It's a big investment in both time and money, and you'll want to make sure that your graduate studies align with your career goals and interests. If you're considering graduate school, spend some time reflecting on your interests, goals, dreams, and capabilities. Evaluate your strengths, talents, competencies, and weaknesses. So answering the following questions can help you with your decision. Why do I want to go to graduate school? Ensure that graduate school is necessary to find success in working and learning about your topic of interest. Is graduate school necessary for the career I want to have? In some career fields, graduate school is necessary for a certain job. Do some research on your career field to identify if graduate school is necessary. Will graduate school benefit me in achieving my career goals? If you're interested in going into research or academia, then graduate school is the right next step. If you're interested in careers in industry, then you may want to consider holding off on graduate school right away and instead revisit the topic after you've been employed full-time. While you may know some graduate programs, it's important to explore and know your options. Here are some ways that you can do that. First, I recommend that you do your research. Look into various programs that may be related to your field of study. Don't just go for the big names. Understand the various names of degree programs. Figure out their costs. It's also helpful to create a spreadsheet to compare the different schools and degree programs. Seek out advisors or faculty in the field for recommendations. This will be a helpful way to learn about programs that you weren't previously considering. Some people you can talk to are mentors, academic advisors, career advisors, and graduate TAs. It's also helpful to reach out to mentors early because down the line you will need to provide letters of recommendations to the program. You can also join professional associations. They usually have directories related to the field that they represent. Our final recommendation is that you make connections with faculty or PIs in the graduate programs you are interested in. Talking with them will help you identify what types of projects they are working on, and it will also help you kickstart a connection with them. Here is a list of possible application materials that you will encounter during the application process. Keep in mind that not all grad schools require these materials. In the next part of this video, we'll spend some time looking at each of these materials individually. There are a variety of entrance exams depending on the field or industry. Give yourself some time to take an entrance exam in case you need to retake it. If you are required to take the GRE, the quantitative scores are going to be the most important. That's not to say that the verbal scores aren't also important, but for engineering, they're going to emphasize the quantitative scores more. If you want to get into a top engineering program, then you're going to need to aim for an average quantitative score of about 164 to 168. Be aware of what entrance exams are required for the application. Some scholarships or fee waivers are available for exams. Ask around your department or professional associations to see if they have scholarships. Some exams do offer fee waivers, but on a limited basis. So you want to read the website carefully to understand the application and all the pieces required. Demonstrating you read the instructions is key and can be used as a first level of screening. Now I'll define personal statements versus a statement of purpose. So a statement of purpose focuses more on a student's reasons for applying to that particular graduate program and may address topics such as career and research goals, how your academic track record demonstrates qualification for that particular program, and how a given program will impact the student's future. Versus a personal statement, narrative, essay combines specific, self-reflective anecdotes with details about past experiences, whether that be internships, volunteering, or other professional experiences, and a clear delineation of a student's goals and interests into the prospective graduate program to provide a fuller picture of the applicant. Programs will also often provide questions as prompts. And reflection is key. Make sure you want to answer these two questions. Why are you pursuing graduate school, and what can you offer to the program? Talk with trusted people in your life to start expressing ideas. And finally, be authentic. This is your chance to shine and show who you are. Make sure to show a complete picture of yourself. The application will also ask either for a CV or resume. Some programs say CVs when they really mean resumes, so do your research to see which one is most common. If they ask for a resume, make sure to tailor the content for academic or research fit. Showcase all your transferable skills or experiences, and make sure to clarify what's needed for a program with your advisor. For your letters of recommendation, you will typically be asked to provide 2 to 3 letters. Common recommenders include faculty members, which at least 2 of the 3 recommenders should be faculty members, or professionals who know you well and who have supervised your work in academia research. It helps to create a lasting relationship with one professor each term, and start asking early for references, like 3 months in advance. You'll want to understand how your reference wants to navigate the recommendation process and how they want to be reminded. If you are applying to multiple programs, you will want professors or professionals that can speak for that field. Then create an application packet to send to recommenders. Include your resume or CV, completed application statement or a draft, noteworthy pieces of your application, and what you've been up to since you last interacted with that recommender. Here are some tips and typical information for interviews. You'll want to practice for interviews with common questions. Ask your mentors or career advisors to help you. Practice answering your questions using the START method, which is used to discuss a situation of how you became aware of something, task, how you decided to explore that awareness, action, how you went about learning more, the result, where you ended up, and then tie back in what ways the program can help you gain knowledge or pursue your goals around the awareness you built. Remember, research is a key component to a successful interviewing. Prepare to have a dialogue with the interviewer at the end of the interview, so you'll want to prepare some questions as well. For finding assistantships or funding, make sure to research for funding through the program and school you're applying to. You can also find state and federal funding. You can also search for funding through any external foundations that promote a specific type of study. Applications with funding or assistantships are typically due earlier than regular applications. There are also some university-wide funding packages, and you can ask current students how they receive their funding and what types of TA or GSA positions are available. These are very common ways to pay for graduate school. And depending on the field, some employers will pay for your graduate school. Here's also a timeline of things you'll need to accomplish before graduate school. So before your senior year, you'll want to meet with faculty to discuss school viability. You want to reflect and determine whether graduate school is worth it. You'll want to rectify any outstanding academic issues and schedule your GRE or other exams. For your summer before senior year, you'll want to identify some potential schools, study for and take the GRE, identify at least 3 references, determine application deadlines for your schools, and draft your application statements. For the fall of senior year, you'll want to narrow your list of places to apply, identify your backup plan, prioritize applications by deadline or your interest, complete and submit your applications, confirm receipt of all application materials. And for your spring of senior year, you'll want to attend Visit Day. This is your opportunity to assess the program and make a positive, lasting impression. The bulk of admissions decisions will be made in March, and if you haven't already, make sure to visit each campus you're considering and then decide on a graduate program. Typically, this happens in April. If you plan on waiting a few years to attend graduate school, begin the process a year and a half before you'd like to attend. Make sure to reference this page when you begin this process. Lastly, here are some final tips to keep in mind when preparing for graduate school. If application fees create hardship, ask for it to be waived. Have an organizational process that works for you. Apply to a variety of schools that include dream schools as well as safety schools. And make sure that you know that you'll get rejections first. They're more common before getting acceptances or waitlist letters. So don't let rejections have power. And understand the process around getting those official transcripts. Thank you again for listening. Be sure to reach out if you have any questions. The best way to contact our office is by email or live chat on our website.